Big finish.
Yay.
Cut.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean McGarry and I'm really excited to be teaching the Art of the Whip with Arte Violenta. And if you're thinking about taking the class, if you're in the maybe list, I really hope you turn that to a yes. I'm sure it's a skill that you've always thought was cool, you've always wanted to see if you could pick up, and there are really very few opportunities to take a weekly progressive class with a teacher in this particular art. So I'm going to talk a little bit about just a little preview of how the class is going to be structured and what we're going to be covering. And this class is great for complete beginners who've never picked up a whip, or if you know maybe a few cracks but you want to keep that training going, then this class is great for that too. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be covering. Okay, so there are three basic parts of the class, parts of the Art of the Whip that we're going to be focusing on throughout all the classes. And the first is basic technique, basic mechanics of the whip. So you're going to learn or refine, if you already kind of know, a basic crack. You're going to get comfortable being able to chain that over and over, get that into your muscles. And then from there, we're going to start to change the plane of the crack so that you can make choices to work beside the body on that vertical plane, or start to cross over at various increments until eventually working right in front of the body, and then coming back, maybe get a little fancy and work on a rear plane, so that you can make all those choices and put the whip where you want it to go. From all that vertical plane work, then we're going to work on the horizontal plane. And if all that goes well, we're going to reverse all of that and do all those cracks in the opposite direction. Again, working on different planes, vertical and horizontal. We're going to talk about little hidden flicks that are inside of larger cracks, so that you can start to put together combinations, always building towards something more. So that's a lot of what we're going to be talking about with basic technique, learning how the whip works, but even more importantly, coming to feel how the whip works. It's really about getting a feel for how it moves. So in addition to basic technique, we're going to be talking about flow and showmanship, or flowmanship, if you will. So what that means is you want to be comfortable doing all these various cracks in isolation, but we also want to make sure that we can move as we do them, whether that's back and forth, side to side, turning, spinning, and also little tricks that you can do in a performance, just kind of little flashy things, body wraps, or sort of putaways and flips and whatnot. Just things to add a little bit of spice to a performance. And then finally, we're going to be talking about stage combat applications based on some martial arts techniques. So ways that you could put this into a staged fight, whether that's in indoor theater, outdoor theater. I've seen it work in all kinds of situations. So what that means is we're going to talk about how to get to know the range of your whip, how to get to know whether or not you're too close or too far, how to communicate that range, how to find it again, and make sure that your partner understands what the range is in any given moment, as well as talking about using all the parts of the whip to make like a really cool fight, whether that's just, of course, the end of the whip where you're going to be cracking and slashing, to the middle of the whip that you can use to tie and bind and grapple, all the way down to the handle, which can be used to block, to bludgeon in various different ways. So that kind of stuff to make you be able to put on a fight safely, but of course look cool doing it. So yeah, that pretty much covers what we're going to be talking about in the class. So I really hope to see as many of you as possible. I'm so excited to be doing this. Thank you, Arte Violenta, for reaching out and getting this ball rolling. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. Bye.